And we are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Steel City Sports Report. I am your host, as always, Brady, and today we are live, maybe, hopefully not, for the final time this football season. It is AFC wildcard game between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Lots to look forward to. The third time that these two rivals meet this year. They split the season series earlier this year in Week 11. The Pittsburgh Steelers taking down the Ravens in a slog, 18-16. In Week 16, the Ravens getting the better of the Steelers, 34-17. That first game, Steelers rock fight caused Derrick Henry to fumble, got in Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh's head there in that game. And then last game, even if the score didn't indicate it, rarely does a game in the National Football League come down to one player making two errors, but that was kind of what it was in Baltimore just a couple of weeks ago. Russell Wilson with two errors in that game, losing the fumble near the goal line and throwing a pick six in the fourth quarter. Was that game a fluke of, the Ravens dominating? Let's hope that was indeed just a fluke here tonight. Before I get any further, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Trying to reach 250 subscribers here tonight. I will probably be reiterating that throughout the broadcast. This is going to be the first playoff game ever between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers in Baltimore. Kind of crazy to say, all four of the previous playoff games being played in Pittsburgh. All time in this playoff matchup, Steelers are 3-1 in the playoffs against the Ravens, beating them in 2002, 2009, and 2011, going to the Super Bowl in 09 and 11, and winning in 09. On the other side of that, the Ravens have won the most recent matchup in the playoffs between these two in 2015. So the Ravens with the most recent victory, 1 out of 4 for them in this playoff matchup. The reason why I think that game earlier of the Ravens dominating the Steelers in their last matchup this past regular season was because in 30 of the 37 matchups with head coaches John Harbaugh for the Ravens and Mike Tomlin for the Steelers, only 30 of those 37 games have been decided by one score. There have never been back-to-back games in which a team has won by 2 scores. The Steelers coming into these playoffs, losers of 4 straight. Meanwhile, the Ravens come in winners of 4 straight to end their regular season as well. So 2 teams, completely different paths to this game here tonight. Let's start with the Steelers. Like I mentioned, this is probably the lowest vibes and energy around the city of Pittsburgh coming into a playoff game. Like I said, losers in their last 4, and people are saying we've seen this same bad movie over and over again. Steelers start the season off hot, they then fall cold when heading into playoffs, and then they get blown out in playoffs. Hopefully that is a turning of the tide here tonight. Russell Wilson in those last 4 games looked bad. The offense is predictable in their regular season finale against the Bengals, unless it was the 2-minute drill or the Steelers were down and needed to mount an insurmountable comeback. They ran on all 12 first downs. And the last part is the defense, 109 points against in the last 4 games. Will Tomlin get his first playoff win in 8 years? And will TJ Watt get his first playoff win of his career? Hopefully, both of those winless streaks in the playoffs come to an end here tonight. As always, playoffs is a boring cliche. It's a new season. Mike Tomlin, Arthur Smith said that they are going to leave no stone unturned here tonight. So hopefully we get to see the reintroduction of a Justin Fields package. I want to see Fields a lot early and often. Red zone scenarios, if you're going for it on 4th and short, just to throw the Ravens off their game, show them something other than Russell Wilson. Also here, I want to see George Pickens get the ball early and often. If you want to keep him in the right mind space throughout the game, you need to get him the ball any point you can. I hate to call him this, but lots of people calling George Pickens a baby. When the baby's crying, you give him a binky or his bottle, and that is the football. So you got to give it to Pickens here tonight. Another part of their offense that I want to see more. What happened to Darnell Washington? You have a 6'7", 300-pound tight end. Why not use him? He was used a bunch early on in the season, so hopefully we get to see him get more involved once again in the offense here tonight. And like I said with Arthur Smith, more creative play calls. Stop running it every first down and being so predictable, and also better personnel. If I'm going to have a key run, I want Najee Harris or Jalen Warren out there, not Cordero Patterson. Instead of throwing to Michael Pruitt or Connor Hayward, use Pat Freiermuth, who you paid all that money to this offseason. And another note here on the Steelers offense, 10 consecutive games with a turnover. We all know that Russell Wilson likes to maybe play it a little dangerous and try to win the game himself. Hopefully he recognizes that if you take care of the ball, make smart passes, then maybe that is going to bring more success. Hopefully we break that consecutive turnover streak here tonight. Also, Russ has his back against the wall. He was brought in on a 1-year contract here to Pittsburgh, and at 35 years old, this could possibly be his final audition to be a starter in this league. I mean, who knows what other team, if not the Steelers, is going to want to pick him up and have him as a starter. Not many teams around the league, if any, are going to have that. Will he be dangerous, or will he be Mr. Unlimited? The last time on the road in the Steelers were in Baltimore, they were coming off a brutal game against the Eagles, and the Ravens were coming off a bye. That's just one more note on this last meeting. Also, in the last meeting, another reason why I think that was a fluke, you were missing the following players. You had George Pickens, who missed last meeting, so you were left to nothing at the wide receiver position. Also, I think he's going to be fired up after the soft Cologne comments earlier in the week, if you know what I mean. Also, the defense is in full health. There was no Deshaun Elliott, no Larry Ogunjobi, no Dante Jackson, and Joey Porter Jr. got knocked out extremely early in the last time these two teams met. So hopefully the Steelers, now fully healthy, can get to the backfield on Lamar Jackson again. And another thing I want to see, this guy right here, number 90, TJ Watt. I want to see him take over a game. He has no sacks in his last 3 games, and maybe Minkah Fitzpatrick can get another pick. Has had 1 interception in the past year or so. So hopefully he is can find some success against Lamar Jackson and pick him off once again. And if anybody has Lamar Jackson's book, he looks like a completely different quarterback, except for the last outing against the Steelers. Hopefully the Steelers can get into his head one more time this season here tonight. So game plan for the Steelers, you get up early, stop falling behind early in these playoffs games, because that's what leads to routes. Get up early, get a couple of turnovers, get in Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh's head, because then they are going to get desperate. They're going to take risks, and they will try to burn the house down. Story from Patrick Peterson last year when he was a member of the Steelers. He said that when rubber hits the road, when crap's about to hit the fan, the Ravens are going to get desperate, and they're going to try to burn the house down. Sure enough, that moment came, and the Steelers were prepared for it. As quickly on the Ravens, they hate seeing the Steelers this early, in my opinion. The fans, they say that they have no sweat about this game taking on the Steelers. I'm going to call BS on that. If there was one team they did not want to see in these playoffs, it is the Pittsburgh Steelers, just because of that familiarity. I think they are hiding their anxiety behind a false hood of confidence. So, also, all the pressure is on the Ravens here tonight. Harbaugh and Jackson, they not only have Steelers demons, they have playoff demons. They made it to the AFC Championship game last year, but before that, little playoff success. can Lamar Jackson win in the playoffs in this league? That is a narrative that grows by the year. He does not make it to the Super Bowl. And yeah, so they have all the pressure on them, especially with the hot ending of the season, this window being as open as ever, bringing in Derrick Henry in the offseason, and you having a 2-time, maybe even this offseason, 3-time MVP at quarterback. The Ravens have all the pressure, while the Steelers, as the 6th seed here, Mike Tomlin, he doesn't have any, hot seat for his coaching job and all that. So one way that I think the Steelers are going to beat the Ravens today, besides getting up early and forcing turnovers, is that they have no Zay Flowers today. The Ravens are out their number one wide receiver, the first Pro Bowl wide receiver in Ravens history, which now leaves just Rashad Bateman. And besides Rashad Bateman, number 7 for the Ravens, and Zay Flowers, who is out here tonight, Ravens wide receivers combined for just 27 receptions on the season. So you take away Flowers, then all of a sudden the Ravens wide receiver room looks a lot like the Steelers. You got one guy and not much behind him. So I expect Joey Porter Jr. to travel with Bateman here tonight. But as I was saying, if you're going to stop the Ravens tonight, if you're going to walk out of Baltimore with the win, you stop 22 in the backfield. You stop King Henry. And as crazy as it might sound, you let Lamar Jackson try to beat you. You want the game to come down to him and hope that you being his boogeyman and being in his head comes to fruition. You cannot let Derrick Henry run all over you again tonight. As for the Ravens, what they're going to do on defense, I think that they aren't going to be scared of the Steelers passing. They are one of the best run defense teams in the league. So they are going to, rely on that front 7 to try to stop Najee Harris and Jaylen Warren like they did last time out, and make Russell Wilson throw the ball and try to get his mistakes. Also, their one clear strategy, I think they did it, whether they did it intentionally or not, Ravens social media team sure made it seem like it. Whether they were calling George Pickens soft earlier in the week or not, they are clearly going to talk and try to get in his head, because when you take out George Pickens, you take out pretty much almost the whole passing attack for this Pittsburgh Steelers team. Also, if the Ravens can get out to an early lead, which once again the Steelers are hoping to avoid because they have gotten down big deficits in each of their last 5 playoff games. If they can get out to an early lead, then they will feed Derrick Henry, and then the rest of this game will be a formality. And just to wrap things up here before I take a break, before kickoff, Steelers are coming into this game as the biggest underdog on all fantasy sites for this entire wild card weekend. That is very disrespectful. They just pretty much, except for the last game, threw out all the history, threw all of that out the window for this game, thinking that the Ravens are going to beat up on the Steelers. No one is expecting the black and gold to win this one, including Baltimore, because they're already, everybody in Baltimore, even the head coach, John Harbaugh, who said, oh, we're getting Zay Flowers ready for next week. They're already envisioning Lamar and the Ravens going into Arrowhead to take on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. So I want to see the Pittsburgh Steelers do that here tonight. This game should set up to be weird. It'll be wild and it'll be wacky. There's always something weird or odd that goes on in these playoffs games. So hopefully that weird and wackiness goes in the Steelers' favor tonight. Mike Tomlin can work a little bit of his magic that people like to say. With that, I'm going to take a break, going to take a quick drink, and we will be back with kickoff here at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Steelers versus Ravens in the AFC wildcard game. 5 of you in here right now. If you have not already, please subscribe to the channel. We are trying to reach 250 subscribers here tonight. Also, feel free to like and share this video, and you can comment in the live chat. I can pop those up and we can interact that way. With that, I'll be back in a couple of seconds. Going to take a break, quick drink. Steelers, Ravens, the anxiety, the wait is almost over. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Kickoff about to commence. The Pittsburgh Steelers won the opening coin toss and decided to receive. So the Steelers showing Mike Tomlin, Russell Wilson. What has this offense got under their sleeves to kick off this ball game? Mike Tomlin said he is open to any combination of players in order to win this ball game. And Arthur Smith said, let's burn the boats, no stone unturned. Kickoff is away, and this one will go over the end zone and out the back. So a touchback to start. Russell Wilson getting his final practice toss in, and he will take the huddle. Wilson this season, a 63.7% completion percentage, just under 2,500 passing yards, 16 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. And on the first game of the play, it'll show if there's some real growth to this offense if we do not run the ball immediately here on first down. Russell Wilson's going to pass early. Pass is going to be dropped by Pat Freiermuth. They were looking for a quick hookup there. Quick stop route for Pat Freiermuth. He had it wide open, and already on the first play of the game, the Pittsburgh Steelers not making routine plays routinely, as Mike Tomlin likes to call it. Wilson passing again here. Now he hits Darnell Washington, and Washington staying on his feet, getting out of the arm tackle there of Malik Harris, the linebacker, and he's going to make it 3rd and short here. That is something that I said in my open that I would like to see a lot today. You have basically an offensive lineman playing tight end. Why not use him? And now how about this? 3rd play of the game. It is 3rd and inches, and Justin Fields in at quarterback already showing something new here. Fields takes the snap, hands off to Jalen Warren, and Warren is going to run behind Dan Moore Jr. and Isaac Seumalo for the first down. How about that? Already just 3 plays into the game, and we are talking about a night and day difference for this Steelers offense compared to the final 4 games of the season. We've already seen Justin Fields in for a play. We've seen Darnell Washington get used. We've seen passing on first down. Wilson back in now with Najee Harris to his right. Michael Pruitt, the lone tight end out there. George Pickens, Mike Williams, Calvin Austin, the receivers. Wilson looking to pass. Wilson firing short here on a crosser, looking for Mike Williams, incomplete. A little bit too out in front of the Steelers' trade deadline acquisition. 2nd and 10 now. 1:30 off the clock in this ball game thus far. Should be, I should note, no Mason McCormick, right guard for the Pittsburgh Steelers here today. Broken hand. He is out. Spencer Anderson, the 7th round pick from a couple of years ago, in at right guard. Najee Harris, a 2nd down run here. And he is going to get forward for about 4 or 5 yards. Harris, his first run of the game, gets some decent yardage there. It's going to be 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 6 officially. Harris probably playing in his final game should the Steelers lose in the black and gold here tonight. He now heads off the field. Wilson, empty backfield. Now Jalen Warren, who is lined out as a wide receiver, comes back into Wilson's right. Wilson looking to pass. With time, backing up. Now trying to run up, step up in the pocket. Wilson stays on his feet, and he will get tackled down then. Kyle Van Noy tracks down Wilson. Wilson stepped up in the pocket, and had this been the Russell Wilson from 5 years ago, he might pick up the first down there. Got out of the tackle there by Travis Jones was about 4 yards short of the first down. And now the Steelers, after gaining a first down, are going to punt away. So the consecutive game streak of no touchdowns on the opening drive for the Steelers continues. Now Steven Sims, the former Steeler, bobbles the punt, and he's going to get tackled inside his own 5. A booming punt from Cortlis Waitman. The former Steeler, Steven Sims, had to backpedal and tried to catch the ball like this. So he would have caught it and had a chance for the return from about the Ravens' 9-yard line. The ball goes back, almost goes into the end zone. He picks it up and gets it out to around the 5. So the Ravens about to get their first crack on offense. They're going to have a long field to deal with. We'll be back in a matter of moments. Some positive things to take away from that first Steelers drive. Even though it was a punt, we saw new wrinkles. But they settle and will punt it away. Steelers defense, can they stop the Ravens on their opening drive? We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Ravens starting at their own 5-yard line here. 1st and 10 from the 5. Lamar Jackson, handoff is to Derrick Henry. Henry started to run to the left end, cut it back to the right. Gain of about 4 yards there. They just showed on the replay coming back from the commercial break there, Ben Skoranek getting away with a bit of a face mask on the returner, Steven Sims, after he bobbled the punt. Now Lamar Jackson back out there here. 2nd and 6. And now we got flags immediately. A false start for the Ravens. 3 flags come into the picture. That play was just all sorts of wrong timing there. They officially called the penalty on Ronnie Stanley. You could have called it on multiple Ravens there. So the Ravens, after a 4-down gain on 1st down, they're going to back up a little bit here. As I said earlier, Steelers 3-1 all-time in the playoffs against the Ravens. But it was the Ravens who won the most recent meeting. Lamar Jackson trying to slay 2 demons here. The demons of the Steelers having his number and of his success in playoffs. He'll fire here on 2nd and 10. That is caught by Isaiah Likely. And from 2nd and 10, it's going to be 3rd and short here for the Ravens. And expect to see a lot of that tonight. Lamar Jackson hitting his tight ends Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely. Again, Jose Flowers, who really is the home run hitter on this Ravens offense. Jackson with Justice Hill here. He's going to keep it here. Jackson, he's going to juke around Beanie Bishop and get the first down on 3rd and 2. Fake the handoff to Justice Hill. So Lamar Jackson using his legs. Steelers take pride in bottling up Lamar. Alex Highsmith bit on the handoff to Justice Hill, and excuse me, that was not Beanie Bishop. That was Minkah Fitzpatrick, who came up and was juked out by Jackson. Now a man motioning across the formation. Hand off here to Derrick Henry. No, Lamar kept it. Lamar's going to step up now, and he is going to get wrapped up there by Keanu Benton. Cam Hayward also coming in. No gain on the play for Jackson. Might have been looking to pass there, but then tried to tuck it and run. They're going to give him a gracious 1-yard gain there. But a great play there by the second-year defensive tackle for the Steelers, Keanu Benton, the former Wisconsin Badger. Justice Hill again in there, the receiving back for this Ravens offense. He now motions out and back in. Handoff is to him. No, Lamar kept it again. Great faking of the handoff here by Lamar Jackson. Tackled there by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And again on 2nd and long, Lamar using his legs to make it 3rd and short. It's going to be 3rd and about a yard here. Lamar doing it again, just holding on to this ball. He gets tripped up there. Picks up the first down. If not, that might be 6 on the board, the way Jackson can move. Tackle made there by DeMonte Casey. Lamar Jackson now for the 3rd time on this drive, moving around, faking the handoff, and getting upfield. 4 rushes now for 18 yards. 8:20 and counting down here in this first quarter of play. Lamar keeping again, rolling out again. Lamar, he's going to go towards the out-of-bounds, stayed inbounds just enough there. And now we got a skirmish here breaking out. Deshaun Elliott, the former Raven, who missed the last meeting between these two, got enough of Jackson inbounds, slung him out of bounds, and Isaiah Likely took exception to that. And yeah, Lamar is in bounds there. That is a clean play, clean tackle, out of bounds there by Elliott. Lamar Jackson exploiting the zone reads and the collapsing edge rushers. And we got 2 of the backup edge rushers in there right now. Nick Herbig and Jeremiah Moon. Pass here for Jackson to his number 1 tight end, Mark Andrews. That's good enough for a first down. Jeremiah Moon in there for the Steelers at left outside linebacker. A shock inactive here today. No Preston Smith for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Another shock inactive for the black and gold. No Corey Trice at corner. Steelers really limiting themselves at corner should one of them go down. Dante Jackson back into action here today. Lamar now hands it off to Derrick Henry. Henry running up the middle there. He's going to get first down yardage on first down. Tackled just on the side of, on the Steelers side of midfield. So the Ravens in the Pittsburgh territory on their first drive. Great blocking there. Taking away Larry Ogunjobi and Montravius Adams there by the Ravens offensive line. No Cam Hayward in on that play either. I think I saw a stat. Cam Hayward in the game on the Steelers defense. Opponents 3-1. A wildcat snap here to Derrick Henry. Henry breaking through, so a couple of tackles up past the 30, up past the 12, down inside the 15. Derrick Henry, a wildcat snap there, running over a couple of Steelers in the process, and the Ravens go from the 46-yard line down inside the 15. And things are not looking good early for the Steelers. Jackson under center, faking the handoff to Hill. He's looking to throw with time. Now scrambling out to the right, and he's just going to chuck this one literally into the first row. Actually almost hit the Prime Video camera crew. If you ever been to a football game, they got a big sort of not scissor lift, but some sort of contraption with wheels in which the camera sits on top of. Lamar aiming for that on that throwaway. 2nd and 10 now from the 12. Hill is the back again to Lamar's right. Now getting the handoff. Hill running to the left. He's going to get bottled up here, and he's going to lose yardage. Pushed out of bounds. Great pursuit there by the Steelers linebackers. TJ Watt getting in the backfield, as did Alex Highsmith. And then it was the rookie out of NC State, Peyton Smith, who made sure Hill went out of bounds for a loss on that play. It's going to be 3rd and 13 now. Steelers on this opening drive for the Ravens offense got gashed by the running game of the two top running threats in the NFL in Jackson and Henry. Can they make them settle for 3 here, which is a moral victory? Jackson looking to pass, has time, throwing over the middle, and it is going to be caught. Rashad Bateman for the touchdown. No Zay Flowers, no problem for the Baltimore Ravens on that opening drive. And the ghosts of playoff failures past haunting the Steelers early. The Ravens take an early lead. And that is the one thing that the Steelers could not afford to have happen. Justin Tucker on for the extra point here. He's had his struggles kicking this year, but turned it on in the second half of the season. No problem there on that PAT. So the Ravens are going to take a 7-0 lead. And the Steelers offense is going to need to respond in a hurry here. 7-0 Baltimore. They march right down the field, 95 yards, no problem on their opening drive. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 95 yards in a little over 7 minutes and 13 seconds for the Baltimore Ravens. They are up by the score of 7-0. Justin Tucker kicks this one away. Again, it will not be returnable for the Steelers kick returners, Cordero Patterson and Jaylen Warren. And the Steelers offense had a tiny bit of success, showing some new things on their opening drive, but punted the ball away again. Also, the Steelers had the Ravens back to a 3rd and 13 on that Lamar Jackson touchdown pass. That just cannot happen. Van Jefferson motions from the right of the formation to the left, and now he got a flea flicker here. Wilson pump faking, and now he's going to go down, nothing open downfield. And the onslaught continues. Russell Wilson and Jaylen Warren. Wilson the handoff, Warren pitching it back to Wilson. And Russ probably looking for, I think that was Van Jefferson rolling down the sideline on that play. But he gets sacked by big nose tackle Michael Pierce. Warren in there again to Wilson's left. 2nd and 13, 3-yard loss on the sack. Wilson looking to pass with time. Now he'll just check it down here to Warren. Warren trying to get upfield up past the 30 and tackle down at the 33. Make it a 3rd and probably around 6 or 7 here, if that. Steelers over the past 4 games in which they lost every single one of them, their average 3rd down yardage is around 8 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 7 here with 3:20 remaining in the first quarter. Wilson takes the snap, drops back the pass, looking, firing over here towards the sideline. It's caught by Pat Freiermuth, but he is not going to get first down yardage. Stopping him short of the line the game was the combination of the safety, Ardarius Washington, and the corner, Marlon Humphrey, and the Steelers are going to punt it away yet again. Freiermuth caught, was just about 2 yards short of the line to gain. They're officially going to make it 4th and 2nd. And Cortlis Waitman, bit of a high snap. He handles it and gets the punt away. Steven Sims, the return man, coming up here. And the ball is going to hit at the 10-yard line and roll all the way back to the 15. Great fake out of him receiving that punt. Did Sims. And the Ravens offense is going to retake the field, looking to go up 2 scores early. The Steelers, in their last 5 playoff games now, have been outscored in the first quarter. Shout out to Andrew Filipponi for this stat. The Steelers, in their last 5 playoff games, outscored in the first quarter 73-0. Ravens probably going to add more to that total when we return. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Pittsburgh Steelers. That stench from the last 4 games of the regular season has followed them to Baltimore. Back-to-back punts on their first 2 offensive drives for the Steelers. The Ravens, on their first offensive possession, went damn near the length of the field for 7. First down run here for Derrick Henry. He's going to be wrapped up at the legs, and he might have only gotten a yard there. Luckily, tripped up there, wrapped up at the legs by Landon Roberts. If not, he may still be running right now. 2nd and 9 here. Henry to the sideline. Justice Hill, the back. Or no, Henry is still out there. Never mind. Throw here is going to be caught. That is going to be a couple yards shy of the first down. I believe that is Anthony Miller wearing Patrick Queen's old number 6. Former Steeler receiver right there. He makes the reception. It's going to be 3rd and 4 for the Ravens. The Ravens, mainly on the legs of Henry and Jackson, went down the field earlier. Jackson now passing again, throwing over the middle. Here it's going to be caught. Going up and making that grab. Isaiah Likely. Cam Sutton was tailing him. And Likely, a difficult catch that he made look easy right there. Good pass, better catch there. And the Ravens, again on 3rd down, convert. Just shy of midfield, the Ravens at their own. Or no, they're on the other side of midfield here at the Steelers 49. Lamar is running up, and he's going to get a gain of a couple of yards here. Pocket was collapsing around him. He escaped and was tracked down there. I believe that was Cam Hayward and another player there. 2nd and 8 now. Ravens are going to run one final play here, at least one more play. Play clock is ahead of the game clock by 2 seconds here. 20 seconds on the game clock. Russell Wilson on the sideline reviewing the tablet. If the Steelers go down by multiple scores here, you have to think it's time to start putting Justin Fields in the game. Free rusher, Jackson gets rid of it. Caught here by Hill, and he is going to be tackled down for a loss on that play. So it's going to be 3rd down again for the Ravens. End of the first quarter. Just 3 full possessions in the first quarter of play. Steelers brought some pressure there on Jackson. He got rid of it, but the Steelers defense snuffed out what the Ravens was cooking. Can they do it again? Maybe force a punt. Just something to stop this Ravens offense. We'll be back with the second quarter in a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 3rd and 12 here for the Ravens. Jackson going to toss it out here to Justice Hill. He's got a long way to go for the first down. Was wrapped up there by Deshaun Elliott to the Steelers. Defense, they're going to get off the field here. They're going to force a punt here. Finally getting a stop. The Ravens, their previous offensive drive, marched right down the field. 95 yards for the touchdown. Steelers offense, they've already punted twice. Now the Ravens, their first punt of the night. 4th and 7 here. Ball's going to be snapped from the Steelers 46. Stout, the punter, from his own 40. He's going to get this ball away. It's going to hit inside the 5-yard line. Took one more bounce. The Ravens almost being able to knock that one back out into the field of play and keep the Steelers pinned back. We have a flag down here. Let's see what this flag is about. And the refs are going to pick up the flag. The penalty would have been illegal touching, but they're going to pick up the penalty marker. And Russell Wilson going to go back to work here. Steelers will start this drive from their own 20. And they need to show something here, because this has been tough sledding minus the first 3 plays of the game for the Steelers. You need to put Justin Fields in if things do not improve rapidly. Heavy tight end set here. Wilson under center. Najee Harris is the back. Showing run. Handoff is to Harris. Harris is going to gallop up the middle here and get 4 yards. So besides writing and skywriting, running the ball there, the Steelers pick up 4. In fact, they actually gave him 5. That is very generous. 5 yards there. 2nd and 5. Harris the back again. Similar formation here. All bunched up, 2 tight ends. 1 on each side of the line. Harris the back. Wilson under center. Michael Pruitt in motion. Handoff is to Harris again. And Najee this time is going to get another gain of about 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd down. And about 2, maybe a long 2-yard. Arthur Smith going run, maybe pass here. They're sure showing that they're going to pass it here. Empty backfield for Russell Wilson. Jaylen Warren out wide as a receiver. Russ takes the snap, throwing out wide here. It's caught by Pat Freiermuth, and he is going to be... Is he short again? Some hand fighting between Roquan Smith and Calvin Austin. It's going to be 4th and inches. And the Steelers are going to bring out the punt unit. Are you kidding me? And that is a good spot. And the Steelers are going to punt it here. Oh, my goodness. I get it that you're at your own 30. Corliss Waitman, his punt here is going to check up at the 15 and stay right there going across the field. Are you kidding me? That is the most, you can't have a surrender punt in the second quarter of the game. You are literally 4th down in about 6 inches. I don't care if you're at your own 30. You have to go for it there. That is for a guy that says, we don't live in our fears. Mike Tomlin living in his fears of not converting there. What, are you afraid of going down 2 scores? You're in danger the way this offense for the Ravens is going, of going down 2 scores anyway. So why not go for it? 3rd straight punt of the game. Frustrating decision after frustrating decision Dumb play after dumb play. That's Steelers football. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back to Endless Embarrassment and Pain, which is watching Steelers football. First down run here for Derrick Henry. Ravens starting this drive at their own 15-yard line. Henry's going to pick up a yard running to the left there. And this has been a pain to watch how the Steelers, even though they're down 7-0, it is painful to watch how they are playing right now. 2nd and 9 here. Justice Hill, the back. Jackson looking to pass now. Step up and run. It's a design quarterback run, and Jackson is going to be about a half yard short of the first down marker. But I'm sorry. I can't even talk. I'm still baffled that you had 4th down and 6 inches, if that, to pick up the first down. I don't care if you're at your own 30-yard line. Put Justin Fields in there. Get a man behind him. Matter of fact, anybody could push that. Speaking of here, Ravens, that's pretty much mocking the Steelers right there. They're going to pick up the first down on 3rd and inches. That is the biggest slap in the face, just probably in real time. 2.5, 3 minutes after the Steelers did not go for it on 4th down to sneak it. The Ravens sneak it there on 3rd down and pick it up with ease. Wilson under center. The former defensive lineman turned fullback Patrick Ricard motions, and Derrick Henry gets a run here right up the gut down the Steelers' throats for 8 yards. 10-minute mark has just hit here in the second quarter. Henry wrapped up there. Great tackling by the Steelers' best tackler, Deshaun Elliott. He was greatly missed a couple of weeks ago in the last time these two teams met in the regular season. Lamar Jackson keeping it here. And finally, the Steelers snuff it out. How about that? We finally learned that Lamar Jackson isn't going to be handing it off to Justice Hill too much. And they finally, Peyton Wilson spying Lamar Jackson there, reading that play all the way and tackling him for no gain. We finally figured out that Lamar's going to try to run it. Jackson handing off to Henry. Henry set there 3rd and inches, and Henry picks it up on the handoff. New set of downs. Again, the Steelers defense. One thing that they pride themselves on, at least Mike Tomlin says so, is weighty down moments. Winning on 3rd and 4th down. They've only won one of those scenarios so far in this game. Unable to get off the field yet. New set of downs here for the Ravens from their own 39. Ricard motions. Handoff is to Henry again. And this time he's only going to get about 2 yards there. Tackle made by the former Raven, Patrick Queen. 8 minutes now. The Ravens not only converting 3rd downs on their drives, they are taking a bunch of time off the clock. Isaiah Likely motions in closer, and now we got a false start here, and that is going to be on the left tackle, Ronnie Stanley again. Trying to get out of the gate just a little bit too early there. Had Nick Herbig lined up on him. Herbig, pretty speedy edge rusher. And the Ravens will back up 5 yards here. Make it 2nd and 13 now. Jackson dropping back to pass with time. Still time. Now he's going to try to escape. He gets away from Cam Hayward. Gets away from another one. Up past the 50. 1st down. Gain and more. And he's tackled down here. And a flag is down on the play as well. Jackson's wincing coming up from that run. Holding on the play on Joey Porter Jr. The holding flags continue to haunt him. Working on Tylan Wallace there, Porter. Like a blanket all over him, more like a straitjacket. Jackson took a shot there from Peyton Wilson at the end of that run, but the Ravens go from back by their own 40 up to the Steelers' 40. Jackson looking to pass again, rolling out to the right now, looking for something downfield. Jackson pumping, now getting forward and pushed out of bounds. Might have gotten only one there. 2nd down now. Make it 2nd and 7 with 6:35 remaining in this first half. All runs, designed or not, on this drive for the Ravens. Might be another one coming here with Derrick Henry in there at running back. 3 wide receiver set stacked up at the top of the screen. That's Nelson Aguilar, Tyson Wallace, and once again, TJ Watt bit the handoff to Derrick Henry, and Lamar Jackson scrambled out to the right, picked up the 1st down easily before heading out of bounds. TJ Watt just biting on each and every fake handoff Lamar Jackson's given him. Matter of fact, Peyton Wilson, the middle linebacker, blitzed there. Wonder if that was a miscommunication there instead of him rolling out to try to prevent Jackson. Handoff here to Henry. Henry up past the line of scrimmage. Give him a gain of 3 yards here. Be 2nd and medium here. Showing Steelers defensive coordinator Carol Austin there on the sideline. And even though some say that he is well liked in the Steelers building, he could be the most likely fall guy if any major change should come at the end of the season. Pitch here to Derrick Henry. Henry up past the 20, up for a pass, the 10, first down. It's going to be first and goal here maybe for the Ravens. And that is something that the Steelers have done a bunch on offense this year. Toss plays like that rarely do theirs work. The Ravens run one right there to perfection. Good blocking by Isaiah Likely and Patrick Ricard, the fullback. First and goal now from the 8. Hand off to Henry again. Henry up, and he is going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. $13 plays, 85 yards. Both touchdown drives for the Ravens. They've gone quite a distance, taking nearly 8 minutes off the clock in the process. That is just body blow after body blow after body blow to the Steelers defense. And finally, the Ravens deliver the knockout punch there. Justin Tucker, his extra point right down the middle. And the Ravens, 2-touchdown lead. On our way to another blowout playoff loss for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We'll be back in a moment to watch the offense punt again. Hilariously, they are popping up on the screen right now. Mike Tomlin's quote from his press conference earlier this week saying, in terms of all the lack of playoff success, I happily tote those bags. Well, you're about to tote another bag the way this game is going. 14-0 Ravens. Justin Tucker is about to punt this one away. So far here in this ball game, the Ravens 14 first downs to 1 for the Steelers. Cordero Patterson is going to bring this out and he is going to get up near the 29-yard line, just a yard short of what would have been a touchback. And another interesting part to this game so far is that the Steelers they elevated wide receiver and return specialist Jamal Agnew, pretty much one of the best top 10 return men in the NFL right now, to the active roster for this game, and they instead kept him inactive here today. Pass here to George Pickens. Pickens is going to get about 8 yards here on that quick throw there from Russell Wilson. It's going to be second down now. Steelers look like they might be running tempo here. Wilson here, making it 2nd and 2 officially, about 2.5 realistically. Wilson here passing again. Wilson checks it down here to Jaylen Warren, and now the Steelers have their second first down of the ball game. How about that? Your two most dynamic players on offense, besides Justin Fields, who, God forbid, we put him on the field, are George Pickens and Jaylen Warren. Now here comes Justin Fields. 1st and 10 here. Fields faking the handoff here. Fields is going to throw this one out of bounds, incomplete, looking for Darnell Washington. Had to get rid of that one before getting sacked. But you know what? Why not throw Fields in there? I don't care if he's ice cold and hasn't played since, week 7, week 6, something like that. I don't care. Other than Lamar Jackson, he may be the most dynamic freak athlete player on the field here tonight. Put him out there. Wilson, handoff here to Warren. Warren, he's got no room to go there, and somehow he squeaked ahead there for 2 yards, turning chicken crap into chicken salad right there. 4 of you in here right now. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Trying to reach 250 subscribers here before the broadcast ends tonight. And now we have a timeout here for the Ravens on 3rd down and 8. Not sure why they would take a timeout there unless they had some sort of massive miscommunication on defense. Honestly, a JV football crew could probably stop the Steelers on 3rd down. I might as well say this now while they have the pictures up there on the screen. My heart goes out to all of those affected by the Los Angeles, California wildfires ongoing right now. Just devastating to see so many lives affected out there in the west side of the country. 3rd and 8. 3 wide receivers stacked at the top of the screen. Wilson dropping back to pass. Wilson's going to chuck up a moon ball here looking for George Pickens. He makes the catch inside the 20 and down inside the 15-yard line. A big play there. Flag is down. Let's see what happens. And it's going to be offensive pass interference. Oh, my goodness. They call offensive pass interference. George Pickens' pass off of Marlon Humphrey was, at least from that angle. Oh, my goodness. That is the most ticky-tack, soft push-off I've seen a wide receiver make. I have seen much more blatant than that get called. 3rd and 8, which was converted into a first down deep in Ravens territory, is now 3rd and 18. Wilson looking to pass again. He's going to throw it well short here. Pat Freiermuth is going to have no chance of getting first down yardage there, and the Steelers are going to punt again. Interesting note there, at least on that last play. I have to pay attention more. Calvin Anderson, freshly off of injured reserve, was in at left tackle there. No Dan Moore Jr. on the last two plays. They're going to take a break. Even when the Steelers do something right, they do something wrong. Ravens about to get the ball back, already up 2 touchdowns. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back to Hell on Turf. Nothing going right for the Steelers, even when they do something right, like that George Pickens big gain. A push-off was called on him. And they are showing TJ Watt biting on every fake handoff Lamar Jackson has given here tonight. TJ, of course, very talkative this week about how he has never lost or how he has never won a playoff game and how much that weighs on him. The way he is playing, it's a little bit deserving as to not winning a playoff game, as is everybody else wearing a Steelers crest here tonight. That last Derrick Henry run went for 3 yards. Steven Sims motions. Derrick Henry handoff again, and it is going to be stopped short of the first down marker by about 3 yards. Timeout taken by the Steelers here with 1:08 remaining. Maybe trying to get the ball back for one more opportunity before halftime. And Remember, they took the ball to start the game. They wanted to establish themselves on offense. And how is that working out now? You have the chance of maybe going down not 2 touchdowns, maybe not even 3 touchdowns, but 4 touchdowns by the time you touch the ball again on offense, the way the Ravens are playing. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back. 3rd and 2 here for the Baltimore Ravens. They have over double the time of possession. Quick pass there by Lamar Jackson, caught by Rashad Bateman for the first down. Ravens going hurry up offense here. Both teams still have 2 timeouts remaining. Lamar now scrambling out to the right, throwing downfield. Wide open, caught there is Nelson Aguilar up past midfield and tackled down. And now the Ravens call their second timeout of the half with 42 seconds remaining. Jackson, even while scrambling all the time of the world, waiting for somebody to open up downfield, and Nelson Aguilar just settled down in the soft spot of the defensive coverage, and a quick pass there zipped in by Jackson. Easy pickup. Justice Hill is the back to the right of Jackson. Looking to throw. Jackson caught there by Porter Jr., and he is not going to be letting go of the ball here. Wrestling match for the football. Joey taking a couple extra seconds off the clock there. 2nd down, and now a timeout taken. I wonder by which team. You would like to think it's the Ravens. A lot of long faces They're showing sitting on that Steelers bench right now. 36 seconds left in the half. Second and 6. They add 1 second onto the clock, make it 37 seconds now. It was indeed the Ravens who took their last timeout, so they are probably, if this is probably the edge of field goal range for Justin Tucker. Looking to improve that yardage here. Jackson shakes off a couple of sacks, hits Mark Andrews wide open, up past the 30 and out of bounds, up past the 25. Forget sending Justin Tucker out for a field goal. The Ravens threatening to score another touchdown here. And the Steelers yet to bring down Lamar Jackson. .28 seconds left. This is from the 24 of the Steelers. Jackson dropping back the pass again with time. Fires over the middle. Caught by Likely. Wide open. Just absolutely obliterated Cam Sutton in the process and tackled down inbounds at the 5. Ravens going to hustle to the line here. 14-13. And Jackson is going to spike it. And Isaiah Likely just absolutely bullied Cam Sutton, who was trying to tackle him there. And the bad, horrible season for Cam Sutton continues. He will not be missed on this Steelers defense next season, that's for sure. The Ravens, 40 plays ran, 304 yards, over 20 minutes off offense. Looks like Landon Roberts calling for a timeout there. And Roberts, who has a cracked helmet with 11 seconds left, was jumping up and down, pleading for a timeout to be called there. Some sort of massive defensive miscommunication was going on there, as if them communicating perfectly well is doing great things for them. Over 239 yards just between Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry in this ballgame. .11 seconds. Ravens probably going to try to pass or design quarterback run for Lamar Jackson here. Let's see. Probably 2 shots to the end zone here, maybe 3 if they hurry. Jackson back to pass. Looking, still buying himself time. Now he gets rid of it, finds Justice Hill wide open for the touchdown. Extra point is good, and on top of all that is happening, looks like Cam Hayward got shaken up on the play. He and TJ Watt ran into each other at the very end of that. Even though expected the Steelers to possibly get blown out, I am still speechless with rage, if that has ever been spoken. Sort of numb with rage. Sort of just trying to process everything. And being speechless right now is probably for the best, because if I did have words, they probably would not be very YouTube friendly. Kickoff here for Justin Tucker actually hits the goalpost in the end zone. And with 2 seconds left, the Steelers are probably going to kneel this one out. Pretty much the only knee they have taken within the past 2 months. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back at the beginning of the second half. So no any sort of, at least look on the bright side. We get the ball back here. Wilson took his knee. And Mike Tomlin is going to say some BS about squashing grapes or making wine here, saying we're not making routine plays routinely, all his normal shtick. And with that, I'm going to take a break for halftime. Probably watch the Ravens come out at halftime, go right back down the field and score a touchdown. If that's the case, that'll probably be it for the stream. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I'll be back after halftime. See ya. Welcome back, everybody, to probably the last 15 minutes, if that, before the Ravens take a 28-0 lead and the stream gets shut off out of pure boredom, disappointment, what you call it, whatever you want to call it. Right before halftime, Kirk Herbstreit, who they are showing on the screen right now, announcing this ball game, delivered one of the best quotes of the year. Where the hell is the fight? This is the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's nothing. They're just going through the motions. Kirk, you just put that quote at the head of a lot of columns and news stories, my friend, for this upcoming week. Steelers, after taking the ball to start the game, you would have thought maybe they put points up on the boards. Nope, they have punted each and every possession. The Ravens are dominating them in every single stat category. They let this one hit just beyond the goal line and out through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Showing John Harbaugh coming out of halftime. Again, I am speechless. Once I have, 24 hours plus to sort of, compile and process all of this, I will be back on Monday to, go full fire and brimstone there. Speaking of fire, I'm going to say there should be a lot of firings. Arthur Smith, please, at the very first opportunity to take a head coaching job around the league, please take it. Mike Tomlin, I would ship you off to Chicago for, a Giordano's deep dish pizza right now. Whatever players you feel like trading at this point, trade them. Because blowing up the team and getting the first overall pick would be very more entertaining than watching whatever this is. 2nd and 7 run here for Derrick Henry. He's going to get the first down easily. Needed 7, picked up about 7.5 there. TJ Watt unable to tackle Derrick Henry. Now TJ's hurt. Injured his left wrist, left arm there on that play. TJ's getting worked over on the sideline. And things go from bad to worse. And how about this? Also getting injured at the end of that first quarter. At the end of the first half, I should say, Cam Hayward just jogged back out onto the Steelers sideline. And Justice Hill, after maybe getting tackled for a 2-yard game, instead gets it into a 5-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd and short now for Baltimore. TJ on the sideline still holding his left forearm. Handoff here to Derrick Henry, and he's going to get stopped short of a first down. So congratulations to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Landon Roberts is fired up. Woo! How about that? A stop and a punt upcoming for the Ravens. we managed to make a stop on third down. For the second time tonight, Stout is on the punt. Calvin Austin is back to receive this. Play clock is at 9. Finally takes the snap. Stout gets the punt away. It's going to be checking up at the 2-yard line. And even now to special teams. The Ravens get a bounce there. Everything is going their way. And as if basic things weren't difficult enough for the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're going to have to go 98 yards if they are going to get a touchdown, which nobody's expecting that right now. Subway commercials looking very good. Anyways, we'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As if change is something that cannot be done, Steelers with Russell Wilson are going to run it here, and they are lucky to just get back to the line of scrimmage, backed up at their own 2-yard line. And with that, running play for no gain right there. The Steelers have ran their 19th play of the ball game, matching the 19 first downs for the Ravens from the first half. 2nd and 9 here. Wilson looking to pass, throwing it, and it was incomplete for Darnell Washington. Let it hit the ground. Can't catch, can't throw, can't run. Steelers cannot do anything right now. Third and 9 now from the 3-yard line. Wilson taking the snap, looking to pass. Wilson firing over the middle, and it is caught by Calvin Austin, and he took a shot, but popped right back up. Kudos to Calvin Austin right there. First down, Steelers, right down the middle of the field. Wilson hits the speedster. Took a hit from Washington. Held on to the ball. Great job there by Calvin Austin, excuse me. Now up from the 3 to the 28. Wilson taking the snap, looking to pass. Checks it down here to Jalen Warren. Warren is going to get about 5 yards here, so half of what he needed. Second down now, TJ Watt on the sideline, getting that left arm heavily taped up like Cam Hayward has one of his arms taped up. Wilson under center, Ben Skoranek in motion, faking the handoff to Warren, rolling out to the left. Wilson's now going to try to run it. Wilson is going to get about a yard, maybe 2 here on that second down run. 3rd and short now, which is the Steelers' kryptonite about to come up. Third down now. Third and 5. In fact, they gave Russ no gain there. Wilson dropping back the pass. Firing over to Mike Williams. He makes the catch inside the 40 and down to the 30 out of bounds. How about throwing the ball to Mike Williams? Get the hell out of here. Good throw by Wilson. Williams with the catch. Down at exactly the 30 into Ravens territory. Is this the Steelers' first time on the Ravens side of the field? It might be. Wilson here, trying to find someone open downfield. Couldn't do it. Throws it away. 2nd and 10 now. There have been a handful of times here tonight where Wilson has missed open receivers. Wondering how it might have looked that time. 2nd and 10 now. 8:17 remaining in the third quarter. Connor Hayward motions. Wilson looking to pass. Wilson trying to buy time, running all the way back to his own 45 and then throws it away again. Back-to-back throwaways here for the Steelers offense. 3rd and 10 now. Just nothing open downfield. Najee Harris, Van Jefferson, George Pickens. Nobody could get open on that previous play. 3rd and 10. Wilson looking to pass. Wilson's going to float one here for the end zone. He's got Van Jefferson, and he's got a touchdown! And a little blip on the monitor for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They have a heartbeat. Van Jefferson makes a nice move on Stevens, the corner. Wilson drew safety Kyle Hamilton towards the middle of the field. That opened up Jefferson all that more. Extra point for Boswell is good. And I hate that they're giving me hope, but here We are. There's a little blip on the heart monitor for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Make it 21-7 now. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Steelers score a touchdown here. I hope my mic and that is still working here. My screen went frozen there, and it closed out my browser over the break there. So hopefully everything is back to normal and good. Steelers show a bit of life. They score a touchdown for the first time tonight. Chris Boswell, except for the opening of the second half, kicks it away. 3 big plays on that last drive, including the final play, a 3rd and 10, 30-yard touchdown pass. Russell Wilson finding Van Jefferson. Now can the Steelers defense do something to maybe get the Steelers the ball back down 2 scores here? Kickoff was a touchback, so the Ravens start from their 30, faking the handoff to Henry, and now Jackson is going to get sacked. A trio of Steelers take down Lamar Jackson, TJ Watt, one of them. 11-yard loss on the play, make it 2nd and 21. Jackson faking the handoff to Henry. It was Watt, Ogunjobi, and Alex Highsmith. Highsmith was left one-on-one there for a moment with Mark Andrews, the tight end. They officially make it 2nd and 20. Jackson looking to pass, immediately rolls out to the left, looking, throwing, fires. It's caught by Tylan Wallace. And Wallace is going to pick up a first down. Are you kidding me? Apparently no Steelers want to tackle. Tylan Wallace caught that ball 6 yards short of the first down at least. And then he just pushed Minkah Fitzpatrick like a toddler up the field. No effort whatsoever to make a tackle on that play by the Steelers defense. Jets sweep here for Steven Sims. He knows a lot about that from his days as a Steeler, and it picks up a first down. Sims, of course, a Steeler 2 years ago. And, of course, he knows all about the Matt Canada offense. That was one of Matt Canada's favorites there, the jet sweep. Rarely did it work, though, but apparently it did there. 1st and 10 again for the Ravens, now on the Steelers side of midfield at the 44.5. Handoff here to Henry. Henry running up the middle. He got a touchdown. Derrick Henry looking like a man among boys on that touchdown run. 4 plays, 70 yards. Like a hot knife through butter, this Ravens offense against the Steelers defense. (27-7) Ravens. Now make it 28 on the extra point by Justin Tucker. And probably the most dire time that the Steelers defense needed to make a stop. They make it all too easy for Baltimore. We'll be back in a minute to see if the Steelers can score another touchdown. If so, that might be the night. We'll be back in a minute. Well, just realizing now that my microphone is muted. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We gained one new subscriber here tonight. Thank you to whoever that was. I appreciate it very much. We'll be back in a minute with some more pain before I rage quit the stream. Welcome back. I have no idea what the previous stoppage for a commercial break was for. There's 5:16 left in the third quarter. All teams still have all three of their timeouts. 2nd and 1 here, run for Najee Harris in his last game for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Gets the first down. Calvin Austin, after the play, didn't appreciate a Raven shoving Ben Skoranek. Tiny but mighty is Calvin Austin. 1st and 10 now for the Steelers. Wilson faking the handoff. Free rushers coming at him. It's a screen pass to Najee Harris. Harris has got room up past the 50 now. Makes a move up past the 40. Tackled down inside the 47-yard line. A screen pass there works to perfection for the Steelers. They are back into Ravens territory now. Wilson under center again. Takes the snap. Wilson, handoff to Harris. And he runs into his own guys and just gets back to the line of scrimmage. And now the ball is on the ground loose, but it's picked up, and Najee appears to be down and hurt. Maybe he's all right. It is the new left tackle, Calvin Anderson, who fell on that ball. Anderson filling in for injured Dan Moore Jr. Probably even an upgrade, to be honest. But the Steelers did fall back on that fumble. 2nd and 9 now. Looking to pass is Wilson. Wilson's going to take a shot here for George Pickens. He makes the catch, and oh my goodness! George Pickens, are you kidding me? What a snag for Pickens. And he looked like he was going to get absolutely leveled by, I think it was a safety. He spun away, was untouched, and went into the end zone for the touchdown. Ardarius Washington looked like he was going to give Pickens a thumping there, but GP not only makes the catch, but had the instincts to spin away from the hit, and it results in another touchdown for the Steelers. Extra point for Boswell is good. make it a 2-score game again. And as they go to commercial there, they play living on a prayer. Steelers are doing exactly that. If their defense could be anything more than a wet paper bag on defense right now, maybe they can get the ball back again. Who knows what could happen? We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back. Pittsburgh Steelers doing the very predictable thing like they've done in each of their last 5 playoff games. They get down into a massive hole, look completely out-coached, out-physicaled, out whatever the hell you want to say. And now they have put up 2 touchdowns in this third quarter, and they are going to do just enough to make the score seem like the game was close if you're just looking at the final score. But in reality, the game's been over since halftime. They're going to do just enough to make it seem like they were close. We were almost there. We were so close. We were competitive. No, you weren't. And now, here come the Ravens, back on offense again after pretty much their easiest drive of the season. 4 plays, 70 yards. Derrick Henry being unstoppable. He's not out there to start this drive. It's Justice Hill next to Lamar Jackson. Now he motions out. Lamar takes the snap and a penalty marker here. The play blown dead. Probably going to be a false start on the Ravens. And that this time is on the right tackle, Roger Rosengarten, the rookie. So make it 3 false start penalties on the Ravens tackles today. 2 for Ronnie Stanley earlier in the contest. That time there for Roger Rosengarten. Makes it 1st and 15. Aguilar in motion. Lamar takes the snap, looking to pass. Now fires, and it is broken up there by Deshaun Elliott. All over Mark Andrews. Great play there by Elliott, who pretty much the only Steelers DB who has shown up in this ball game. Makes a play right there. A rare pass breakup for this Steelers secondary that Jackson has been carving up all day. Another good ball right there. Just better coverage by Elliott. 4 of you in here right now. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Let me do one more quick check here. We are at 249, just 1 away from 250 subscribers. A run here for Lamar Jackson on 2nd and 15. It's going to be a gain of about 5 or 6 yards there. Make it 3rd down here. And let's see what they give them. 12 rushes for 69 yards on the day for Jackson. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Steelers have been bad on 3rd down today, no matter what the distance. Can they get a rare stop here? Jackson making his checks at the line. Steelers defense. Jackson throws here, and it is going to be incomplete at the feet of Isaiah Likely. So the Steelers defense does get the stop, make it 4th and 10 now. And the Ravens, a rare punt coming up for them. Looking for Isaiah Likely, who's had a big game. Really developed a connection with Lamar Jackson this season. And without Zay Flowers, he's been looked at a good bit here today. Stout now on to punt. Steelers bringing pressure. They do not get there. This going to be fair caught by Calvin Austin. Are they going to get a flag here for roughing the kicker? Let's see what it is here. Stout went down. DeMonte Casey got him. And that's a bad penalty for DeMonte Casey. He's just got to get out of the way there. Steelers fair caught that ball at the 25. The Ravens declined the penalty. So they will not make it. They will not choose to make it 4th and 5 and punt it away again anyways. 2:27 left in what has been a long 3rd quarter, in my opinion. It is really dragged on here. .227 left. Steelers do get the ball back, down 2 scores, and the way the offense is humming, maybe something can come up here. Russell Wilson back in the huddle here. 4 of you in here right now. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel if you are new here. We are at 249 subscribers, trying to make 250 before the stream ends here tonight. Russell Wilson in the first half, 7 of 9 for 43 yards. In this second half, 7 for 10, 143 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And now flags come in before the play is ran. It's going to be a false start, and it looks like it's going to be Isaac Suomalo, the left guard. A big drive for the Steelers in this ball game, taking a bad step there, and yep, that is all day going to be called. Back it up from the 25 to the 20. Russell Wilson takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks to throw, checks it down here to Najee Harris. Harris is going to go up and over Kyle Van Noy and gets about 5 extra yards than what he was stopped for there. Najee Harris. Kyle Van Noy tried to go low on Najee to make the tackle. Najee went up and over him and somehow stayed on his feet. Make it 2nd and 4 now. Wilson making an audible here. 2nd and 4. Looking to pass. Wilson. Now he's just going to lob this one up into the Steelers sideline. Incomplete. 3rd and 4 now with 1:49 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Steelers down 2 scores. I would say that even if you're on your own side of the field, it is 4 down, going for it all the way from here. But we know Tomlin living in his fears. Let's see what they have dialed up here on 3rd and 4. Ravens rush for, caught by George Pickens on a slant over the middle for the first down, up past the 40-yard line. Get 14 the ball. It is not rocket science. George Pickens, 2 catches, one of which for a touchdown, picks up a massive first down right there. Looks like a double slant there from Pickens and Freiermuth. Picks up the first from the 42 now. Wilson takes the snap, drops back the pass. Going to try to get rid of it there quickly, but it was tipped at the line there by Matabike, I believe that was, who knocked that ball down incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Matabike one-on-one with Isaac Seumalo, pushing Seumalo back into Russell Wilson's lap and getting his right hand up there. Incomplete. 1:09 left in the third. Pat Freiermuth lined out wide as a wideout. Wilson drops back the pass. Wilson going to check it down here to Jalen Warren, and Warren is going to just back his way forward for a yard there. It's going to be 3rd and long here for the Steelers. Warren was lucky he didn't lose yardage on that play, was able to back up forward. And now a Raven down, that is Marvin Humphrey on a knee. And they stopped the clock there. Humphrey was trying to probably get off the field to keep the clock running, but they stopped it anyways. Total yards by quarter in this ball game. Ravens blowing out the Steelers in the first 2 quarters. Now the Steelers getting some success with the offense here in the third. 3rd and 8 now. Clock resumes. Going to hit 35 seconds here and counting down. Wilson now makes a check at the line here. Ravens look like they're going to bring the house here. They don't. 3 drop out. Wilson scrambling. Wilson's going to take a sack. Doesn't even throw it away. Pursued by Matabike. He takes him down. The Ravens had 3 guys up near the line of scrimmage, and they all dropped out. And Russell Wilson doesn't throw the ball away. And that's the end of the third quarter, with the Steelers probably going to be punting here when we get back. 14 Steelers, 28 Ravens. We'll be back in a minute. There we go. Music down. 5 of you in here right now. Over the break, I saw Crystal Williamson in the chat shared for you. I appreciate that very, very much, Crystal. Thank you very much. If you are new here, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Trying to make it to 250 before the night ends. That'll be a, pretty, what's the word I'm looking for here? Pretty small victory, despite the Steelers most likely losing this playoff game. Steelers punted the ball here. Didn't even actually see where the punt ended up, to be honest with you. Going to assume it was for fair caught. Ravens are going to start this drive at their own 17. Handoff is to Derrick Henry, and Henry is going to get another healthy gain of 8. Give him officially 9 yards right there. And even in the most blatant and obvious running situations for the Ravens, the Steelers still cannot stop Henry. Second and 1 here. Jackson under center. Handoff is to Henry again, and this time Henry isn't going to get much. In fact, he's going to lose yardage there. A loss of 3 on the play. Blown up in the backfield by Cam Hayward. A great job there by Captain Cam making the play. 3rd and 3. Jackson with Justice Hill in the game. Takes the snap. He'll look to pass. Jackson with time throwing. Wide open. Nobody even covering Justice Hill on the sideline. It is an easy pickup. Another of many defensive coverage lapses for the Steelers. Nobody covering Justice Hill. Completely unforced gain of a first down there for the Ravens. Now up at their own 31. Hand off to Derrick Henry again, and Henry is going to get 3 yards there. It's going to be 2nd down now. Landon Roberts, the Steelers' big thumper, in on the tackle. Of course, Roberts, in the last year of his contract, I believe, saying he is pretty much done moving around the league, wants to end his career here in Pittsburgh. With how the season has ended, let's see if he remains true to his word. 2nd and 7 now. Steven Sims motioning all around. Handoff to Derrick Henry again, and Henry is going to be tackled about 3, maybe 4 yards short of the first down. 3rd down coming up here for the Ravens, with 12 minutes now remaining in the ball game and counting down. Showing Ravens offensive coordinator Todd Monken up in the press box. And just to think, I believe this is Monken's 2nd season with the Ravens, if I'm correct. And just think, the Steelers decided to employ for another year after that. Great tackle there by Joey Porter Jr., keeping Anthony Miller short of the first down. Finishing my point, Todd Monken being the Ravens offensive coordinator. Just to think, instead of possibly hiring him, the Steelers employed Matt Canada for a few more years. It's going to be 4th and 1 here, 4th and inches maybe. Ravens are going to go for it. Ravens, looks like they're going to try to push it here, and they are going to pick it up here. Mark Andrews, the tight end, took the snap and picked it up. Steelers Needed a big stop there. They don't get it. Steelers were actually a man short there on that play. They didn't even get lined up. Hang on here. Are they going to bring out the chain gang? The officials are conversing here. It looked like the... What's going on here? Oh, I guess it did. The push didn't matter. The flag was for the Steelers having 12 men on the field. The 12th man did not get off the field. So, as if the Ravens didn't easily pick up the 4th down push, they would have gotten it anyways just by snapping the ball. First and 10 here. Again for the Ravens with 10:33 remaining. Ravens actually bringing an extra offensive lineman here for this snap. So they got 6 offensive linemen, 2 tight ends, a fullback, and Derrick Henry, a running back. Advertising run to the biggest degree. And Henry there is only going to get a yard. Clock continues to roll. 9:50 left in the ball game. 2nd and 9 here. Ravens likely running again another jumbo set here with extra offensive linemen. Handoff is to Justice Hill this time, and Hill's going to lose yardage. He's going to lose about 3, maybe 4. Met in the backfield by Cam Hayward. It's going to be 3rd and long here for the Ravens. Cam Hayward just working on Ronnie Stanley there. Cam having a good game despite the scoreboard. And really that's going to be the theme of the season here. Pass is going to be incomplete here for Tylan Wallace. So the Steelers are going to force a punt here. 4th and 10 here with 8:50 left in the ball game. The Steelers are going to get the ball back down 2 scores, and if they move the ball quick enough on offense, who knows? Joey Porter Jr. making the tackle on the play. Stout on the punt. Steelers not going to get there. Calvin Austin receives it at his own 10. He's going to try to return this one here. Started running to the right, now runs back to the left. Calvin Austin finds a hole, and he will get up to the 25-yard line. Almost was so close to possibly breaking that off for a bigger return. Kudos to Calvin Austin, who made a good return out of not much there. We'll be back in a minute. Steelers, last chance to make a game of this with the time against them. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, everybody. Showing pregame Ray Lewis coming out of the tunnel. Yeah, let me. Okay, good. My arm's off camera. There you go. You can only imagine what I was doing there. 1st and 10, Russell Wilson scrambling out to the right, and he's going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards there. And out of bounds, stopping the clock. Apparently not. Never mind. 8:25 now remaining. Steelers are going to go no huddle offense for the rest of this ball game on offense. Wilson throwing one out wide here. George Pickens. Pickens is going to get the first down, but be stopped right there. They blow the whistle dead for forward contact. First down, 8 minutes on the clock and still going. Steelers have got to move quickly here. You need to pretty much get this ball in before 5 minutes if you want a chance. Wilson's going to take a deep shot down the sideline here. It's caught by George Pickens, and he is tapped down. GP one-on-one with, I think that was Stevens, making the catch. And no push-off there for George Pickens. Great job there. Steelers in the Ravens territory. Wilson is going to throw this one away. Incomplete. And how about this? What a revelation. When you throw it to George Pickens, he's more than likely going to make the catch. 2nd and 10 now. Great high point catch by Pickens. Getting both feet down in bounds. At the Ravens 38. 2nd and 10 here. 7:19 on the clock. Ravens, they bring pressure here. Flags fly immediately, and they're going to call false start on the offense. And it's going to be on Najee Harris for the false start. Second and 15 now. Another false start penalty for the Steelers. And now here on 2nd and 15, looks like Pickens might be one-on-one. Now they have a safety shading back that way. They do have that safety shading towards Pickens. And Russell Wilson's going to get stacked back at the 50. It's Odafe Owe. Now it's going to be 3rd and extremely long for the Steelers. And Broderick Jones was slow getting out of the gate. Didn't even barely got a hand on Owe on that sack. 3rd and 22 now. You'd like to pick up at least some of this, make it 4th and manageable. Wilson throws here, caught by Van Jefferson up near the 43. So it's still going to be 4th down and long here. Steelers have no choice but to go for it. 4th and 15. The first down is the 28-yard line. This is the game right here for the Steelers. Wilson takes the snap. Ravens rushing for it. Wilson's going to float one here for the end zone looking, and it's going to be incomplete. Almost intercepted. Should have been intercepted by our Darius Washington. And with 6:06 on the clock, that's going to all but seal this ball game. Steelers do not pick up the first. A false start and a sack spelled doom for them on their last hopes for this playoff game. I'll be back in a minute. Let's see if we can get to 250 subscribers before ending it. Welcome back. With 6:06 on the clock and down 2 touchdowns, the Steelers need a turnover in the worst way possible. They could possibly get one here. 1st and 10 here. No surprise, they run here by Derrick Henry, and he's going to be stopped after a 1-yard gain. Second and 9. Steelers giving up the most rushing yards after contact by any team this season in the second half of play. A next-gen stat they just popped up here on the broadcast. 2nd and 8. Jackson keeping. Jackson is going to scramble up past the 50, be just short of a first down. 3rd down now. Third and 1 now. Jackson running again, getting the first down easily, and then more. Jackson moving around gingerly, going through a torso issue right now, sideline reporter Kaylee Hartung said. He's even hunched over in pain getting this play call in. First and 10 from the Steelers 43. Handoff here to Derrick Henry. Henry is going to, again, get about 3 yards. Second and 7 now. Clock continues to roll. 3:30 remaining. Reset. Hand off to Henry. No, Lamar keeps it. Lamar's going to throw here, and it's caught by Mark Andrews, and Patrick Queen, instead of tapping Andrews down, is trying to wait for him to get up a bit before punching the ball out. Flag is down here. And on top of all that, as if there isn't enough going the Ravens' way, holding penalty is called on Joey Porter Jr. with 3 minutes left. And you know what? I'm just going to call it here. 3 hours here. And this game's over. So I want to thank each and every one of you who stopped by here tonight. If you're seeing this now after the fact, please subscribe to the channel. Derrick Henry, nearly a first down run on first down. Thank you to each and every one of you who joined me this season watching the Steelers. I appreciate you all. I will go full bore on Monday after I, sort of digest this. 2nd and 2 here. Easy pickup for Justice Hill. First down again. This game is over. Thank you all. One more time, subscribe to the channel so we can hit 250. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much. I'll figure out something for, live streaming here in the future. Maybe do a couple of Penguins games or baseball seasons right around the corner. Do a couple of Pirates games out of the series. Maybe one Pirate game each series. Who knows? But thank you very much. Appreciate each and every one of you. Have a good night. Steelers suck. Need to blow it up. We'll be back. Please come back on Monday.